Good morning, buenos dias, wasabal khair. Welcome back for another lesson from English al Espanol al Arabi, where we take words and phrases and translate them from English to Spanish and then to Arabic. And this morning I just have one short phrase, and that phrase is chapter and verse. Chapter and verse. As a student of religious texts and other formal texts, I often have to refer to passages by chapter and verse. Chapter and verse can also be used as an idiom in English to say that you know something very well, like I know first year pre-med chapter and verse, or I know the real estate exam chapter and verse, or I know Shakespeare chapter and verse, which is probably accurate because chapter and verse obviously refers to literature more than anything else. Chapter can have another meaning as in like a branch office or a franchise, like the Lions Club Chicago chapter or the Lions Club New Jersey chapter, something like that. Chapter essentially means division like it does in most languages. Now in Spanish, chapter and verse is a little bit difficult and clumsy. It's capítulo y versículo. Capítulo y versículo. And it's almost exclusively used for Bible verses, probably because of how unusual it is. And both of these words have the accent on the second syllable, which is kind of strange in Spanish. So capítulo y versículo, and they're both masculine nouns, so it would be el capítulo y el versículo, the chapter and the verse. Now in Arabic, most people know the word for verse already because it's a very common name for girls in the Arabic language, and that's ayja. Ayja, and of course el ayja, the verse. Now the word for chapter, the one that I use, is really easy. It's so easy it sounds like the word in Spanish for easy. The word in Spanish for easy is fácil. And the word for chapter that I use when I talk about chapters in Arabic is el fosl. El fosl. Now this is a good example of how you can listen to the difference between the S sound in Western languages and that thick S sound in Arabic. Fácil in Spanish, easy, and fosl in Arabic, a verse. Oh no, a chapter, excuse me, a chapter. El fosl, the chapter, el fosl. And this comes from the verb fasala, which means he divided. He divided, so it's a division. It's also used for the seasons of the year and also for semesters and several other uses that have to do with division. Now there's another word in Arabic, and that's basically why I'm doing this video, that I found very, 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 very difficult to pronounce. And this word is el-saha. El-saha. And for me, this was very difficult, especially the breathing, and I still can't pronounce it correctly. And if I were to pronounce it with the dhamma at the end, it would be el-saha. But it's difficult because Western language speakers don't have the breathing correct to pronounce these two hard H's separated by an aleph. So it's el-us, and that's that big thick S. El-us, ha, u. El-asah, u. Well, thank you very much for viewing. I hope you learned something about Modern Standard Arabic and Spanish. And have a great day. God bless you. Que Dios les bendiga. Allah yusomacum.